So, welcome back to the championship rounds. We've been missing, for about a month. Shout out Nate Diaz.
No. Well, we've been missing because of Nate.
Yeah, we had to go Stockton to do some filming with Nate Diaz. That episode's going to be out soon, so don't miss that interview with Nate Diaz. Now, anyway, what I was going to say, so we haven't been here for about a month, but to be fair to us, the fight world's been a little bit dry in terms of UFC. And we've had about 8 weddings and 4 stags. So
yeah, our mates, all selfish cunts, decided to have them all within like 1 month. Yeah.
But
we're back. We're back for episode 7.
Yeah, episode 7. We've got one more wedding left, to be fair, but that shouldn't hold us back now. We should be getting it out once a week now. So regulating, yeah. So a few talking points. Obviously, the main one is from the weekend: Jake Paul versus Woodley. We'll touch on that. We've also got a decent UFC card, which was actually, I think it was supposed to be in London. Now it's moved to, I think, Vegas now.
That's it, at the Apex, yeah.
At the Apex. But if you're from the UK, it'll be, the main card will start at 9. So for the UK guys, you don't have to stay up till 5 in the morning. You can watch the card from 9 o'clock and probably finish around 12. You got Darren Till on the card, UK person.
Gorilla Till, yes, he's back.
You've got Paddy Pimlet, debut from Cage Warriors champion, big following from Liverpool. Tom Aspinall from Team Carbon from Liverpool, and Molly McCann? Molly McCann also on the card from Liverpool. So most of the cards UK fighters. Darren Till, obviously the main card, main event versus Derek Brunson. Cover that. Then going on from that, we've got boxing card, Josh Warrington and Conor Ben fighting on the card. I'll actually be going to that. So what do you reckon?
Katie Taylor's on that card as well, ain't she?
Katie Taylor's on the card. What do you reckon? Shall I vlog it?
Are you going to that?
Yeah, I'm going to that. Yeah.
Did you just say vlog it?
Yeah, I said vlog.
What are you, like 90? It's a vlog, man.
I'm going to vlog it.
If you're going, you have to vlog it. Yo, guys, if this gets 10 likes, Sam will vlog it or vlog it or whatever he calls it. If we get 10 likes on this video, he'll do it, man.
Yeah, 100%. Do you reckon we'll get 10 likes, though?
No,
that's the thing. I might just do it anyway, even if we don't get 10.
Yeah, just do it. Do it anyway. Yeah, fuck the 10 likes.
All right, cool. Woodley versus Jake Paul. Kick it off. What's your thoughts?
It's a weird one, man, because the closer the fight got, the more I thought Woodley was going to be in with a chance of winning the fight. So if you haven't heard about the fight already, or you've been living under a rock, Jake Paul won via split decision. The fight went all 8 rounds, which I don't think a lot of people were expecting it. I think a lot of people were either thinking Jake Paul was going to knock him out, or Woodley was just going to come out and land on him, and Jake Paul wouldn't be able to match his pace basically in the earlier rounds. But it went all 8 rounds. The fight was fought at a very weird pace because they were both absolutely gassed out by like the 7th, 8th round. Again, man, we got the Woodley of the last 4 fights. He wasn't throwing enough. He had Jake on the ropes in the 4th round. Jake's lucky that the ropes were high, which Tyron brought up after the fight, and they actually held him up. But in that moment, man, he should have just piled on the pressure. Like he should. It's so weird. Like he should have smelt blood and went for him, but he just had none of that. Instead, he's like showboating, like moving his like doing this with his hand and stuff. And it's just like, mate, you've lost 4 fights in a row. Like, get this dweeb out of there. But I don't know. It was weird. It's almost like, I saw this online. It's almost like it's when you accidentally nearly knock the guy out, but you've been paid to lose. So he's like, he's nearly out. I need to sack it a bit. Like, chill out. Yeah. And it's weird, man. What did you watch the fight back?
I mean, I did at certain points. I thought, is this a little bit fixed? But then I thought Woodley's been weird for the last 4 fights. Like he hasn't thrown. He's held back. But certain things that were a bit weird. Like he was walking forward, and then he'll just take a step back randomly. It's like, why are you taking a step back? Carry on going forward. I don't know if it was fixed. I'm not going to like discredit Jake and say it was fixed. But Woodley, just disappointing with his activity, not throwing enough, just walking. Nothing's going to happen if you don't throw. But yeah, it was, and especially that Jake got tired in the last few rounds. He was visibly tired, but Woodley didn't look tired. He could have turned it up. He could have put the pressure on him and got him out of there, really. But It's like,
I think Woodley was tired, but I just think he hit it a lot better. I think he hit it a lot better than Jake. But in terms of the split decision, for me, it was not a split decision. It was a unanimous decision. Boxing is the most strange in terms of its judging. Like we say sometimes about UFC, boxing's way more inconsistent, man, with their judging. Like the guy that I gave it, I think he had Woodley 2 rounds up on his card. What fight was he fucking watching, man? Like even the amount of significant strikes landed were way lower. Like the pressure, like he was walking forward. It's all good to walk forward, but if you're not throwing anything, then what? Are you just walking into punches anyway? But after the fight, Woodley basically started his campaign straight away for a rematch. But
it's not. I
don't think anyone wants to see that. Jake Paul said to him, "Get my I love Jake Paul tattooed on yourself, and I'll do the rematch." But
he'd probably get it tattooed on him. I think you were saying this to me. He'd probably get it tattooed on him, and then he'd be like, "Fuck the rematch." No one wants to see that now. It's done.
It's done. Like he had this chance. Like Logan was in the ring as well after, and he said, "You've had your chance. That's it. Like if you couldn't win then, why are we going to give you another chance?" Like, and at the end of the day, people don't want to watch a fighter that's not going to go in there and like throw the kitchen sink once he's like shook his opponent. If you're just going to rock him and then back off or like do some weird taunting around the ring, just fuck off, man. Like Woodley now, like his rap career is shit. Like he's released a song with like OT Genesis or some shit, and he kept plugging that all week. I felt obliged to go listen to it as part of the MMA community. Crap. His boxing, crap. UFC, MMA. Crap. He's done. Like unless he wants to go Bellator or something, I don't know. Like, he's doing for me. Retire, man. Like I don't know. Maybe go look into NFTs or like some fucking crypto or something and get stuck in that. Ben Askren loves crypto. Go link up with my man because as much as obviously I respect him like for what he's done in the UFC and stuff, but I just think like if you're going into a fight and you're not going in there to throw, then just don't go. Like it's wasting people. People paid like £15 for that pay-per-view and stuff. It's a waste of money. I'm not going to say whether I paid or not, but if you paid £15, you should be pissed off at that, I think. Especially the rest of the card as well. The Serrano fight was probably the best fight on that card, I think. Tommy Fury looked crap. He fought a guy who's like either a featherweight or a lightweight who had fucking ballooned up to like 190 to fight Tommy Fury. He couldn't even get him out of there. That was crap. Daniel Jabbar just went in and absolutely decimated the guy he was fighting, knocked him down 3 times in the first round. It's just a bit of a shit show that card was. Like there's no fight on there which was like a real 50-50. Like the Woodley fight should have been, but Woodley just went in there to get rolled over, basically, it looked like.
I mean, to be honest, I do. When I was watching Jake, I was kind of impressed by his technique a little bit. Like, you know, he looked like he had a good jab and he had some good counters, some good combos. So I don't think we can discredit him to say he's just. I think he's decent. Like he's okay. He's okay. Like he's a decent boxer.
So I would say looking at him, and he's trained for 3 years. You could probably look at him and say, he's trained for 3 years. Like,
and I think he'll beat Tommy though. I think he'll beat Tommy.
I don't think he would. I still don't think he'd beat Tommy, just because the size is so similar. Like everyone that Jake's fought has been much smaller than him. So I think if he fights someone at a similar size, I think he's done basically. Like,
I think Jake uses his reach quite well, and he has been able to in his last fights.
I think in terms of his next opponent now, I think he basically needs to have like one more fight, and then I think him and KSI will probably fight, and that'll be the end of the YouTube boxing thing. And I think KSI will bang him as well. Because KSI is a unit. Like, he's massive. He fought Logan, who's the bigger brother. Yeah. If he goes in there with Jake, and Jake's getting cracked by Woodley like that and hitting the ropes, he catches one of KSI, who's like a 200-pound plus fighter. He's gonna take his head off. He's gonna be scared in there as well, man. So,
but do you think he's gonna fight Tommy Fury next?
No, he won't fight Tommy.
You don't think so?
He's not going to fight. He will never fight Tommy because Tommy's a boxer. He's been boxing for years. He might have looked shit in that performance, but he's not going to fight him. And I don't even think I don't know if Tommy wants that fight
I
Because
think
if
Tommy
Tommy,
wants it for the money.
yeah, he'd want it for the money, but I think if he looks shit in that fight against Jake Paul,
Yeah.
that's gonna make all he says he's got ambitions of being a world champion. No one's gonna take him seriously if he looks shit against Jake Paul.
Yeah. But the thing is, his dad wants that fight as well.
Yeah, because his dad's smart, man. His dad knows it's called prize fighting for a reason. Like, the best thing you can do is get in there, get out, and make money. Like that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
so you're saying who's he
let's
gonna fight next then?
on from that anyway, man.
No,
Sorry, what did you say?
What do you think? Who do you think he's gonna fight next if he doesn't fight Tommy? Then who's gonna line up? Who's gonna fight next?
I don't think he fights again this year. I think if he stays active, I think Dylan Dennis would be a good fight for him, man.
Yeah, we'll park him up as well, probably.
Yeah, and I think he'd smash him up, and then a lot of people would probably want to watch that both because they both want to see either of them get knocked out. But I think the main fight for Jake Paul is KSI late next year.
But is KSI still as big as he used to be? Because he was massive at one point, a massive YouTuber. Is he still that big?
He's the biggest in the UK, man. He's humongous. Like he's bigger than Jake. Like he's definitely bigger than Jake, and he'll bring in more pay-per-view numbers than Jake as well. So all this is doing is basically building up. Because Jake isn't as big as Logan. If Jake was that big, Jake would have got the fight against Mayweather. But Logan was the big one. But yeah, I think that'll be the fight next year, and I think KSI will take one fight before that as a tune-up fight, and then I think that will do numbers. To be fair.
Okay. Cool. It's interesting.
Enough of the fake boxing now. Let's go into some actual real combat sports.
Let's do it. So we got you. One of your favorite fighters, if not maybe your favorite. I would say.
I reckon he's top three, man, for sure.
Yeah. So the gorilla Darren Till, he's putting a lot of media out there. There's a lot of interviews. If you haven't,
I've just been refreshing you constantly, man.
Yeah. He had one with John Gooden, I think it is.
Yeah. That's a good one. That was the one I was watching just now. It's like 48 minutes long.
Yeah.
He just released one with the Schmo today as well. He's got a couple, to be fair.
Yeah, what are you thinking then? I think he should be able to take out Brunson. From what I've seen, Brunson's a wrestler, and he that's what he did to Kevin Holland, just literally took him down and held him down. But like Darren Till said, no one has been able to take him down and hold him down.
Hold him there, yeah.
That's the truth. No one else.
I was looking at his takedown defense. Well, it's in the high 80%. So like his takedown defense is very good, and you got to remember as well, every round you start standing on the feet, and the guy's so clinical. Like Derek Brunson's been KO'd by Izzy before, TKO'd by Izzy.
Yeah.
So Darren Till's striking is close. I'm going to gas him obviously because I think he's sick, but I think his striking is not far off Izzy's in terms of the hands. So I think if he defends a couple of takedowns in the first round, I can see this fight ending before the end of the second round. I just think he's going to pick him off with shots, and then that will be it. If he catches him with a left, are they both southpaws as well?
Yeah, both of them southpaws,
which is interesting. Yeah, I don't see it going past the second round, to be honest. Yeah, I think Darren finishes him. I reckon it'll be a TKO, but I reckon Darren will finish him before the end of the second.
Yeah, I feel like Darren needs to get a finish in this because he's talking about fighting Izzy and stuff. I don't think a decision is going to be enough to get him into a position with Izzy. If he takes him out, finish him, maybe he could. But then at the same time, I think Darren Till's number 9 in the rankings.
Derek Brunson's 5th, I think.
Is he 5th?
So it'll propel him up quite a lot. But I think unless he gets like a highlight reel, basically, he needs to get a highlight reel finish. Unless he gets that, I think he's probably got one more fight, maybe like a Cannonier, and then he goes for the title. Yeah.
There's Cannonier, there's Vittori.
Costa and Vittori are booked, aren't they?
Okay, I think they are. Yeah, I think they are.
They're matched. So that fight, and I don't think Izzy's going to fight either of them two.
Nah, he's beating them
in the immediate future anyway. I think if Darren Till stops him in good fashion, he's got a potential shot because Whittaker says he wants to take some time off or something.
Yeah, but what about Cannonier then? Do you think that should be a number 1 contenders?
Yeah, I know, but you got to think, man. The UFC want to make the biggest money fights as well, don't they, man? I think Izzy versus Darren Till, big fight to make, man.
Yeah.
I just think
Let's hope he gets him out of it.
stylistically, it would be an amazing fight as well.
Yeah, nah, it's a sick fight. Even Izzy said he wants to fight Darren Till because of the matchup, but he's like, Darren Till needs to actually win. Like, I think he was on Ariel's show. He's like, I'm giving Darren the chance, but he needs to actually beat the people. But he knows
the
that.
Whittaker fight was very close, though.
Yeah.
If Whittaker's the second best guy in the division, it basically went down to that takedown in the final round. So
that elbow that he landed in the first when he stepped in and he landed,
it's nice.
Yeah.
But I think Darren says he wouldn't even mind fighting Whittaker again. But I don't know if Dana would want to do that. But I think Dana knows that Whittaker's in line for a rematch with Izzy. He's done enough now.
Yeah,
he deserves that.
Yeah. But if he's off, then they're going to be looking for. Izzy stays active. He does stay active. He does want to fight. He doesn't.
Yeah. To be fair, man, 185 and 170 with Usman, both of those champs are fucking very active in their division, man.
Yeah.
Which is good, man. But I see. What's your prediction? Do you think Darren wraps him up, or do you reckon he's going to struggle with the wrestling?
I think he wraps him up, but in the later rounds, maybe fourth.
Oh, really?
Fifth. Yeah. I feel like he's on a 4-fight win streak. He's going to be going in there with confidence. He might get a takedown or two, but I don't think like you said, no one can really hold Darren Till down. But yeah, I think maybe in the later rounds. I feel like Darren can be a little bit overcautious at times as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I think that might be an issue. That's one thing I'm thinking that might be an issue in this fight, because obviously his collarbone was broken for the Vettori fight.
Yeah.
And he said in one of his interviews that he was saying, I hope Brunson doesn't go for my collarbone and stuff. I'm just thinking, like, obviously that's going to, in your head, I don't know if he's taking a piss, because everything he says you got to take with a pinch of salt in it.
Yeah.
But if in your head you're thinking, it's not fully recovered, you're going to be very cautious when you're stepping in, like fighting inside as well. So I don't know, man. Be interesting to see.
Are you going to be watching it? You watching it live?
Yeah. Are you going to watch it live?
Well, I'm going to be at the Warrington fight.
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe I'll vlog me watching that.
But yeah, it's a good card. Definitely a good card. That Paddy Pimblett, I don't know too much about him. But he's a bit of a character, isn't it, man? Did you see he's been calling Khabib the Karen of the UFC and the MMA world? I've seen something like that, but I don't. What's his reasoning behind that? He just complains or something.
No, because he's obviously been talking about the ring girls, and then he went to like Mike Tyson's ranch and stuff, and he's like, "Can you take the weed off the table and shit?"
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so he's like, he's calling him the Karen of the MMA world and shit. It's fucking funny, man.
There's a thing on BT with him and Molly McCann. And I can't understand anything they're saying, man. His accent is strong and her accent is strong. I just turned it off. I was like...
to be fair, out of them three, Tom Aspinall's accent is probably the most chilled, understandable. Even Darren, sometimes, it sounds like the guy's got so much phlegm, man, when he's fucking talking. He's mad, innit? Yeah. But they actually do fucking all talk like that in Liverpool. Like, we went a couple of weeks ago and they literally do talk like that. It's weird, man. Like, you could almost think you're in a different fucking country, like how different it is they speak, innit? Mad.
But so I think Paddy he'll probably get a win, because I don't know who the guy he's fighting is. I've never heard of him before. They want him to get the win. And then Tom Aspinall is actually, they all say like he's solid, like he could be a heavyweight contender. They beat Andrei Arlovski last fight. He's fighting this other guy now. I've never don't know who he is. He goes, he's the most boring heavyweight or something that he's fighting in the division. So, but they say with him, he's not in a rush. Like, he actually just wants to build slowly to the top. But if he keeps winning, they'll probably rush him a little bit more.
I think that comes up with Tom as well. A lot of the other fighters say that he's got really quick hands and he moves like he should be at a much lighter weight.
Yeah.
So that's quite refreshing, to be fair, to have someone with good movement in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think he sparred with Fury and stuff.
Sparred with Tommy Fury in the lead up to this fight in America.
Didn't work too well, did it?
Yeah, it didn't work. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see, man.
I reckon all the Brits will get the win.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think I don't know about that Molly McCann. I think
you didn't even clock her, man.
No one's gonna clock that. No one's gonna clock that.
Yeah, I reckon it's gonna be a full sweep for the Brits, though. To be fair, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's covered. I'm just gonna quickly cover. Do you have something else before the boxing? Is there something else that you want to talk about? Let me just check.
No, I think that's it, man.
Yeah. So basically, So I'm going to see Warrington, and basically the reason that I've gone to see Warrington is he's probably one of my favorite boxers because I don't know if everyone knows the sort of storyline of this is that basically he was the champion at featherweight, and I think he's featherweight anyway. And then basically he's beaten Frampton, he's beaten Selby, he's beaten Kid Galahad, and then he was forced to fight someone called Kanju, who was another title holder in that division because they're trying to unify the belts, obviously in boxing. He pulled out, and then some random Mexican guy comes called Lara, a relatively unknown fighter, and then being a Mexican, he just solid chin, just takes all Warrington's shots and just like it's nothing, and lands a nice left on him. And after that, he had Josh all over the place. But I rate Josh. He kept fighting, and then to the point where the ref just had to call it off. But it's interesting with Josh because he's got the whole city behind him. He's like Leeds Football Club, kind of like Ricky Hatton sort of thing that he had with Manchester City. So the whole Leeds are going to come out for him, and it's a massive fight for him. It's a rematch with Lara. He has to get the win. He even knows himself. He has to win this. It's kind of like similar to AJ and Ruiz.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that storyline on a smaller, like a British level on a smaller scale. And he actually had a call from AJ to like get his mind right.
I saw that.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting, and I'm a big fan of Warrington. I hope he gets the win. But I think the atmosphere is going to be mad. And one of the reasons that he said that he kind of feeds off the crowd, and he didn't have that. He lost in Eddie Hearn's back garden. So the Leeds fans will be out that night, and I'll be there.
At Headingley as well, isn't it? Yeah.
I actually brought a Leeds United sweatshirt from the Leeds website, the football club, but it was too small, so I've had to return it. But that would have been in the
No, that's because you've become massive now.
Nah. Shout out the little man who's gone massive.
Yeah, we've got one of my mates who basically looks like a mini fridge. But,
I'll put the picture up of him. You can be the judge of that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but and then also got Conor Ben on the card versus Granados.
Granados.
Yeah, Conor Ben he's looking really good recently. He got a bit of a slow start to his career, but he did
come off a win against Vargas, isn't it?
Yeah, round one got him out of there quickly. His hand speed looked ridiculous. He just before Vargas he beat Formella, so two really good fighters. The thing was Granados.
Formella was a decision, isn't it? Unanimous decision as well.
Yeah. But he kind of bends looking fast. I don't know. Have you ever watched his YouTube channel? He trains fucking hard.
Yeah, I've seen his video with Darren too.
Yeah. But he trains hard.
He graphs. He basically he doesn't want that kind of reputation. Like, oh, my dad was a boxer. I'm spoon fed and stuff like that. Like the silk pajamas. He talks about that, like saying as well. Like he graphs. He gets up early morning, does those runs.
Yeah.
And he basically makes a point of hard work on his channel, innit? Like it's a good channel. If you guys haven't checked it out, I think it's like called CBTV. Go check it out.
Yeah, he does like hill sprints in the mornings, and like there's like three sessions a day, like daily. So I think that's why he's improved so fast. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. This Granados guy, I looked at his record. He's got a decent record, but he seems to lose to the top competition. So he's lost to like Adrian Broner, Sean Porter. And you know, when he gets to like those top tier boxers, Danny Garcia got KO'd by him. So this is a good test for him because if he beats him, Conor Ben
show what level he's at.
What level he's on. But I think he'll get the win as well. But yeah, it's gonna be a good card. Katie Taylor, she'll probably get the win as well. Don't really have much research on that, but yeah.
I don't really know her opponent, to be fair.
Yeah.
No disrespect to her opponent, obviously, if you're watching, which I'm sure you are.
But if you are watching, hit a like so we can get to 10 because I need to vlog it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, Sonny. We can definitely do a roundup next week. You'll be watching Darren Till. I'll be watching Warrington. Obviously, I'll catch up on the Darren Till fight as well. But yeah, I think
let's actually do a sick vlog. Like I'll vlog my day in the lead up to the fight, and I'll vlog my reactions to the fight and stuff. You go vlog there, and then I'll edit it up and chop it up, man. It'll be quite sick.
Yeah, safe.
All right, guys. Peace.